Okay, can we continue? Hello, kindly reply. Be interactive. Okay, now we'll discuss about Bootstrap. With the help of Bootstrap, we are going to build our project. Does anybody have any idea what is Bootstrap? Does anybody hear the word Bootstrap? Okay, let me explain. What is Bootstrap in the sense? Bootstrap is a open source CSS framework. It is a open source CSS framework for building responsive websites. For making responsive websites, we use Bootstrap, which is a open source CSS framework. Let me show you something, then you will easily understand. Like, which is for the developing a simple website, you have to write CSS file separately. We have for including styles, we have to write CSS file separately. But by using Bootstrap, no need of writing CSS. By including the CSS link, they will have built-in some CSS features that you have to utilize, which can be utilized in our website. First of all, I will show you something. Then, okay, there are so many versions of Bootstrap. The latest version is Bootstrap 5. Let us continue with Bootstrap 5 itself. Just you have to search like Bootstrap 5. Here you can able to see Bootstrap 5. Click on the particular link. Then you will get the documentation of the particular Bootstrap. Bootstrap is nothing but it makes to make very responsive websites in the sense which can be responsive in mobile application as well as in desktop application. If you simply develop a application, it can be applicable for the both mobile as a mobile size as well as for the desktop size with the help of Bootstrap. And then it has so many CSS features. We have to use that. You can able to see they have provided two CDN links. CDN links in the sense some URLs, which is this is a CSS URL, and then this is the JavaScript URL. Let us check what is inside this particular CSS link. I will copy this particular link and then I will paste in over in the Chrome browser. When I click enter, you can able to see this is the CSS library which they have written. They have written so many files and then they have minified the CSS file. Let me maximize. You can able to see this is the file which they have minified. They have written CSS file like this, but they have minified and then placed like a library. They have merged all the library like a file. If you unminimize, you can able to see all the styles which they have written for the HR tag, then for the headings tags, and then for abbreviation, then address, order list, unorder list, dd, small. They have written all the styles. Just you have to use the CDN link and then utilize the classes. You have to use these classes to include these particular styles in your website. Let us try, then you will come to understand how to use this particular Bootstrap. First of all, for using this particular Bootstrap, you have to follow this method. They have provided a CDN link for the CSS, and then they have provided a CDN link for JavaScript. First of all, let us open my VS Code. I will open particular folder. In this folder, I will create a new file, which is bootstrap.html. I have named the file name as bootstrap.html. Now I will write HTML. We have to same include the HTML file. In the header section, in the heading, we have to include our CSS file, which they have provided. Just go to the particular library and then copy the CSS link and then paste it over here. At the same time, just copy the JavaScript and then paste in the same header section. You can able to see I have just copied the CSS file and then the Bootstrap. This is JS file. I have copied two files from the Bootstrap library. First of all, I will comment it out. Then you will get a clear understanding how Bootstrap will work. Now I will create a form. Input type as text. For this, you will get an output like for this. You will get an input field like this one. There is nothing, just simply like this. When you uncomment the particular two libraries, when you refresh, you can able to see the styles has been changed for the input field. You can able to see the changes. The input field has been become bigger with some spaces, extra spaces, and then all. For the Bootstrap, they have provided documentation. They have provided like for the form, we have separate section. In the form, we have form control. In the sense, this is the form which they have provided. You will get this particular type of UI by applying this. They provided styles. They have provided some classes like class form control. Just provide a class in the particular input field, you will get the changes. Like this is the file which I have running. You can able to see the difference. I have got the some border like sky blue for the input field. When I type, you can able to see I have get the border like sky blue for the input field, which they have provided like this. You can able to take the code also from this particular library documentation and then paste it in your code. You can able to see they have provided a label for the input and then input field, then text area. When I run, you can able to see this is the input field, this is for text area. No need to write this much of code, just you have to provide class. For the forms, you have to learn some classes which they have provided by built-in. For the label, you have to provide form label. This is the class which you have to use for the label sections. If you have any doubts, you can directly chat in the chat box. Just you have to use these classes. You have to learn the classes to learn about the Bootstrap. Just you have to learn how to use the classes. That's enough to learn the Bootstrap. So many websites build based on this particular Bootstrap. Let me show you. When I press Ctrl Shift I, you can able to see the website is mobile responsive. You even in the mobile view also, the website is attractive. There are no scrolls. The website is attractive. You can able to see there a navigation which has been changed like this. Before this, the website looks like this. You can able to see the header look like this one. When I change it to mobile screen, you can able to see this particular toggle option in the mobile screen, and then it has been aligned like for the mobile responsive. For this particular reason, we use Bootstrap. Let me show you. Bootstrap have so many built-in files, like let me show you one by one. This is the form which they have provided for the particular input field. If you provide form label, the label will be showcased like this. If you provide for the input field, you have to provide form control class. For the input field, you have to use form control class. For the label section, you have to use form label. You can able to see we have large sizes, default size, and then small size. You can able to change the sizes also. Just you have to provide in the input field. I have said like for the class you have to use form control. In the same form control, you have to provide. You can able to see in the class you have to provide form control. In the same form control, you have to provide form control LG for the large size. For the large size input, you have to provide additionally form control LG for additional large size. If no need of, you can, if you use default size, just no need to provide this extra tag. Just form control is enough for the default size. For small size, you have to use form control SM. SM means small, LG means large, MD means medium. MD means medium, LG means large, SM means small. For the small size of input, you have to provide form control SM. For disabled, you have to provide like just disabled class, and then read only. This is disabled input field. Then we have so many options for password. For the different input type as files, you can able to see. Just you have to use this form control for the input file. These are all some of the concepts. And then color picker by Bootstrap, it will be look like this. If you doesn't use Bootstrap, you will get a plain default CSS. If you use Bootstrap, your website will look more attractive. The main objective of this particular CSS file using Bootstrap is to save our time. They have written all the CSS file. Just by calling the URL, you can utilize the CSS and make your website on time without writing again all the CSS again and again. They have built-inly written all the styles. You have to utilize those styles, and you can build your website within period without wasting your time. It has so many features, like you can able to see. For the select, have so many features. This select, this type of large select, this type of small select, and then multiple selects. You can select multiple. Just you have to provide the classes. Form select, this is the class which you have to use for the select option. Just you have to provide multiple, another attribute which is multiple for selecting multiple. If you doesn't provide any multiple, it will automatically select for single one. For small, you have to provide form select SM. For the large select, you have to use form select LG. These are all select options, and then we have checks and radio options. For the checkboxes, this much of you have to provide the class check form check label for the label section. For the input section, you have to use form check input. For the input, you have to provide form check input. You will get this type of UI. And then have disabled, and then radio options. You will get this for this particular UI. You have to use these classes: form check input, form check label, and then these are disabled. These are switches. For the switch, you have to use form check, form switch. These are the classes which you have to utilize. And then it has wide range of so many built-in CSS files. You have to go through it. By Bootstrap, it has validation also. If the field is required, you can able to utilize this type of also. Just you have to provide this particular classes like valid feedback, and then some input fields, and then we have some of the components in Bootstrap. Let us discuss each component which we have going to use in our project. Some of the components, like first of all, accordion in the sense you can able to see this like of UI is known as accordion. If you open particular, the particular content will be visible. When you open another, automatically the first one will close, and then you can able to see the second. This like of UI is known as accordions. This is accordion 1, accordion 2, accordion 3. For this particular code, for the particular UI, this is the code which you have to use. You can able to this is have different types of accordions. Even though we have different style, like opening all accordions at the same time. This is known as accordion. And then we have alerts. We have badges, and then no need of writing some other CSS. You can directly use for this type of UI. Just you have to provide button primary. In Bootstrap, we have some default colors like button primary color, secondary, warning, danger, then some colors which you have to use, like this is the colors which you have by default in the Bootstrap, like primary. If you provide primary, it will automatically consider this this color, this blue color, by providing primary color. If you provide secondary color, you will get a this cement color. If you provide success, it will consider as green color. If you provide danger, it will consider as red color. If you provide warning, it will consider yellow color. If you provide info, it is sky blue. If you provide light, it is light color. If you provide dark, it will automatically dark. Let us do some practical examples, then you will get to know how it works. In Bootstrap, we have so many buttons, like let us create button. I have created a button. Inside this I have make hello. For this button I will write class. In Bootstrap we have to provide for the button space button hyphen primary. If you provide like this, you will get the button like this. You can able to see this is the button. Just I have provided button space button primary. If I have just provided button primary, so it is in this color. If I provide button secondary, you will get cement color. This is the button. This is a button. You can able to see this is a button. And then we have different styles also. Button, button space, outline, outline primary. I will remove this. This is a separate class. Like when you hover on the particular button, you will get the color change. You can able to see just when I hover, the color of the particular button changes. By default, the text of the particular button is in blue color. When I hover, the color will change to white color, and then entire button changes to blue color. Just I have provided like outline primary. Just I have included like outline primary. If you provide like these classes, automatically you will get different UIs. If I provide danger, you will get red color, and hover, you will get red button, and then we have so many. If you need like this particular rounded button, just to provide, this is a badge. This is a badge. Let us take this, just to place it over here. Just they have provided class like badge, then rounded pill, PG primary. If you check this, you will get still is my voice is not clear. Hello. Okay, you have to understand like Bootstrap is nothing but they have provided all the library. In that particular library, they have predefinedly write all the CSS in the particular file. Just you have to utilize that file and then make your website more attractive, and then mobile responsive also. And then you have to learn like from here, this end to this end in Bootstrap considered as 12. The length is considered as 12. From this end to particular this end is considered as 12. This is row. This entirely is known as row. This particular row will be length as 12. If you need, you can split based on your ratio, but the entire length is 12. Let me show you with a simple example. I will make a card or the div class as card. For this carding, I will put p4. In this particular card, I will make a form. For this, the output will be like you can able to see. I have created a form I have created a card. Inside this, I have to write the form. For this, I will mention label. For the label for name, for the label I will mention name. For this particular label, I will mention input field. Input type as text, then class as form control. For this label, I will mention class as form label. If you can able to see, this is the UI which I have made. Just name, then input field. Can able to see it has been occupied for the entire length from this end to this end. Let us make this particular into, I will make a row into in this particular. Wait for a minute. I will check with my network and I will rejoin. by these libraries. Today we are going to discuss I will show you some of the libraries which you have to utilize in your website to make your website more attractive. I will show you each library which you have to utilize in your website to make your website more attractive. First of all, this is the particular Bootstrap which you have to include in your particular website, or else you can use some other also, which is also a open sources. There are so many open sources. By using those particular, you can make your websites more attractive. And then I will show you so many platforms where you can able to get your code for free. You can able to download templates freely. By customizing those templates, you can make your own portfolio also. And then I will show you some websites. First of all, the Bootstrap which you have seen till now, and then I will show you another website. As I have discussing like this one, which is the 12 size of the particular form. If you make it as, if you make a row, I will make a row in the particular form. Let us make it as a class. Into this particular class, I will make the name as row. Into this particular row, you have to understand like this is a row. This particular line is known as row. Into this particular row, I will make columns. I will make a column div class call hyphen lg hyphen 6. Here I have mentioned like call hyphen lg hyphen 6. lg in the sense long screen. It will show you the form in the long screen. It will show you length of 6. If I make call hyphen md hyphen 6 in the medium screen, it will show the size as 6. Call hyphen sm hyphen 12 in the small screen, the size should be 12. I have mentioned like this. Into this particular column, I will copy the label and the input field. I will paste it over here, and then I will remove this, and then in the same another 6 I will make the particular column over here. I will make it as email, label type as email, and then input type as email. If I run this particular code, you can able to see this is the UI, this is the name field, and then this is the email field. They have aligned like for the first 6 the name has been occupied, for the second 6 the email has been occupied. In the first six part the name has been occupied, in the second part the email has been occupied, because I have mentioned like in the first 6 and then in the second 6 I have considered name in 6 and then email as 6. If you make it as in the mobile screen, I will make it as in the mobile screen. You can able to see in the mobile screen it has been occupied 12. You can able to see the form has make it as 12. This has 12. If you make it as in the medium screen, this is the medium screen, which is like the tab. The screen size will be medium. For the you can able to see I have mentioned like in the medium screen the length should be 6, then 6. So it has been made like this. This is clear. Even you can able to make in the large screen. I will make the input field with 3, and then I will make this also 3. I have make in the large screen, I have make the input field as 3 3. You can able to see this is 3 and then this is 3. Remaining part as empty. If I make exceed 12, what happens? I have exceeded 12. You can able to see 3 3 3 3, which is 12. Then it has been occupied in the second row. This is clear. This is which you have to learn. And then we have some of the components like breadcrumbs, buttons, then cards. You can able to make the cards as well. Just you have to provide the class as card. You can make this type of cards. And then these are all cards. And then we have carousel. Carousel in the sense the slider section. You can able to see this is a slider. This is a slider which you can able to build. You can place in your website. Just providing this much of code. No need of writing extra CSS for the particular UI. Just you have to utilize this code. And then this is another carousel with indicators. You can able to see indication in the below. And then this is another carousel with caption. You can able to see caption content. For this you have to utilize this code. And then this is another type of carousel with fade effect. You can able to see with a fade effect the carousel has been, it is with the interval time the slider will automatically move. You can able to see with the timer it will automatically scroll. You can able to see they have set like data bs interval 10,000, here 2,000. For this particular interval it will automatically scroll. Just you have to provide these classes, these attributes, it will automatically care about it. This is also one type of slider, dark variant. This is for dark variant. These are all carousels. And then drop downs list model. In our project we are going to use this model. You have to learn about this particular model. This is model. Model is nothing but when you click on a particular button, a pop-up will show you. This is a pop-up. Just clicking on the particular button, this model will be open. When you close, it will automatically close. You click anywhere, it will automatically close. This is a pop-up, which is, this is a static. This is a model. Now, is my voice is not audible still? Hello? Still is my voice not clear? Hello, kindly reply. Is my voice is still not clear? Is my screen is clear? Okay, wait for a minute. I have discussed some of the components in Bootstrap. Bootstrap, this is model. This is the model. When you click on this particular model, a pop-up will pop up and then show you a message. When you click close, it will automatically closes. Okay, and then we have some other also. Just go through it. You have to go through the particular library, go through all the concepts. They have provided code and then live examples below. Just go through it. You will get to know a clear idea about the particular concept. Go through it, and then have another thing, which is a particular library, font awesome, which is also a library which is for open source also, which is a open source. Okay, AOS library, which is a library which is used for scrolling animations. Just you have to include the library, and then you have to utilize these styles. You can able to see on scroll, you will get this particular styles. You have to use this much of code for the div tags. Just you have to use this much of code, you will get this particular animation. On scrolling, you will get the particular animation. You can able to see on scrolling, you will get this particular UI. For the flip right, you have to use data OS flip right by using the particular library. Flip left, flip up, flip down, and then zoom. On scroll, you can able to see the zoom in, zoom out. This library is known as AOS library. Just you have to download or place the CDN link. By placing the CDN link, and then by placing this much of code, you will get this particular animation. Is this clear about AOS library? This is the how to use this particular format. You can able to see over here. Just for if you have node in your particular system, you can download npm modules, or else you can able to use this particular CDN links they have provided over here. Let me show you some. I will place this particular AOS library over here. In the header section, I will provide the AOS library CSS link, and then I will get the JS link, include the AOS link, and then for initializing the library, I have to use this particular script for initializing the AOS library. For the initializing AOS library, you have to use this. Just you have to provide initialize AOS. By placing this line, the AOS will automatically initialize in your website. Just you have to use this code. Let us use this code. I will use this part of code, and then I will place over here in my particular code. I will place over here. When I open my particular website on refresh, for this I will take all this, I will cut, and then I will apply for this particular card. When I open, open, you will get the particular UI. I'm facing some network issue because I have using direct CDN links. Don't use this type of CDN links. Just click on the particular link, go to Chrome browser, then download the particular library, and then place the library in your file, and then directly call the particular library. Then you will get the particular UI without any internet. You can directly utilize the library. By placing this type of CDN links, it will consume some network. So don't do like this. Just download the particular library. Just you have to place the entire link in the Chrome browser. Placing the particular link in the Chrome browser, you will get the entire CSS over here. Just download it as a file, save in your particular folder, and then utilize it. This is AOS library, animate on scroll. AOS in the sense animate on scroll, which is a AOS library. And then we have swiper.js. For slider animations, we use this swiper. You can able to see some of the sliding animations. We use swiper. You can able to see these are all scroll animations. For the scrolling animations, we use swiper. In this all, you can utilize this swiper, which is for free, which is also a open source. You can go through the documentation. They have provided documentation how to use. This is a npm module. Also, you can use CDN modules. For just you have to place this two libraries, and then you have to call the particular script. Then just provide this code. You will get the desired UI. And then we have font awesome. Font awesome or box icon. For using icons, we can use these libraries. Box icons, tabular icons. For placing icons in your website, you can go through this particular libraries. If you want to place some icons in your website, you have to go through this particular libraries. Let me show you libraries. This is the library. You have to include the link, or you can able to download the particular file over here, and then you can able to search the icons whichever you want. If you want this particular icon, you have to use this particular line. You can able to in the SVG format. You can use this particular SVG format. If for the web font, you have to include the particular library. You can able to see you have to use the particular library, and then you have to use this much of code. By using this much of code, you will get this particular icon. Let me show you. I just copy the particular CDN link, and then I will place it over here, and then I will call the particular icon in the card. In the card, I will call the particular icon. If I run, you can able to see a icon over here. You can able to see a icon over here. Just you have to include the library, and then you will get the icon. We have so many icon libraries. Font awesome also a icon library. Box icon also a icon library, and then tabular icons, which is also a icon library, where you can able to get so many icons. You have to search, then utilize the libraries. Utilize those icons. Whatever icon you want, you can utilize it. You can change the colors also. These are all icons. And then we have another library, which is Sweet Alert. Sweet Alert 2. Just go to Chrome and search for Sweet Alert 2. This is Sweet Alert 2 library. You have seen like when I click on particular button, it will show you this type of normal alerts. You have gone through this particular type of UI. When you click on a particular button, you have seen this particular toast. By placing this Sweet Alert 2 library, you will get this type of toast. Without this routine toast, you will get this type of toast messages like saying success. You have so many messages. You can use this type of messages by providing this much of code. You have to include the library, and then you have to provide this much of script. This is a script. By placing this, you will get the desired output. These are all library. You can draggable toast. Just you have to provide the script like this one, draggable. If you place draggable true, it will automatically drag. Then this is something, and then this is another type of, if you provide great, and then this is another type of, if you want to save, it will automatically save. If you try don't save, changes not save. These are all toast. By placing this much of code, you will get the output. Is this clear? Does anybody have any doubts? Without making your website like looks like routine, go through this all these components to make your website. We are going to utilize these all things in our website, which is we are going to make the project. In this particular project, we are going to utilize all this, and then we are making a project. At the end of this particular uh, batch of the web development, we are going to develop a e-commerce platform at the end of this particular batch of the web development, which we are developing admin panel and then user panel. In this particular project, we are going to use Bootstrap and then Sweet Alert, all the libraries which we are going to utilize. This is a Sweet Alert library. Here they have provided documentation. If you are using Node, you can directly install by using this particular command. If you want CDN, just you have to utilize this link. This is Sweet Alert, and then we have another library like Apex Charts, and then Chart.js for charts to showcase some of the charts and then some of the other things. This is Chart.js to display some charts in your website. Use these charts. This is also a script which has been already written. Just you have to include the library, and then we have to send some parameters to the particular library. It will show you the output. You can able to see, to place bar chart, you have to provide this much. You will get the particular output. You have to provide the code like this. This is the JavaScript code which you have to provide for the particular chart. For this particular chart, you have to provide this much of code. In the Apex charts also, this is also a chart library where you will get to see so many so many fonts. Like you can able to see line charts, area charts, column chart, bar charts, mixed charts, and then some other charts also. Just you have to use. In the Angular we have different, in the Vue we have different, in the React we have different. We will go through this particular JS alone. The JS, if you want this type of chart, you have to provide this code. For this particular chart, I have to provide this much of code. in the x series, and then in the y-axis we have count, in the x-axis we have months. For this we have to provide the input, like in the x-axis I have provided some values, in the y-axis they have provided values, for the points they have provided values, in the month they have provided 41, 35, and then values they have provided in the array format, and then they have provided some something, then some script. With this particular this much script you will get this particular chart. We have so many libraries which are built in, just you have to utilize those libraries, that's enough. And then now we will discuss about a project which we are going to make. In this particular project, what are all the, first of all we will learn what is the particular folder structure of the project, and then what are all the features the project will include. We will learn what are all the features the project include, and then what is the folder structure of the particular project. Let me have a brief about the project. The project is like a task manager. The project is nothing but like a task management. In this task management we have an option like adding tasks. We have option like adding task, and then showing the particular task in the particular table. We can update the task, and then we can delete the task. We are going to make the project name as task manager. In the particular task manager we have some operations like we can create task, we can edit task, we can delete task. For this particular task management we are going to create a table which is named as task, and then the folder structure will be, for connecting database we'll make a file name as connect. For connection we will make a separate file, and then for showing some input for the front end we use index.php, and then create.php. For adding task, for updating task we will create a separate file, for deleting the task we will create a separate file. With this particular 5 files we are going to make a simple project which is based on CRUD operations, like CRUD in the sense create, update, edit, delete. This is the CRUD operation. This is the major thing which you have to learn in a particular project. All will be dependent on this particular 4 operations, which is CRUD operation, create, edit, delete, update. You have to learn this particular 4 concepts. For this for making this particular 4 concepts you have to have the knowledge on SQL. Go through the particular SQL concepts, basic SQL concepts, in the sense you have to learn the basic queries like create command, edit command, delete command. You have to learn these 3 commands, and then you have to learn how to connect the particular DB. You have to learn about how to connect the particular DB, and then we have to learn how to fetch the data. In the sense you have to learn about the select command. All the particular concept, all the project will be dependent on the SQL commands. In the create, it will store the data in the database. We have to fetch the data from the database and showcase in the particular UI. So you have to learn about particular SQL concepts. By tomorrow everyone learn the SQL concepts and go through this particular Bootstrap, explore the every feature in the Bootstrap website, have a brief knowledge about what it does, have a brief knowledge on Bootstrap, and then learn some basic SQL commands like create, insert, update, delete, drop. By tomorrow we will start our project, a mini project which is based on CRUD operations. Is this clear? In the WhatsApp group, I will share some of the websites. Go through those websites. Go through every feature in the particular website. Okay. Now, if you have any doubts, kindly ask. I will clarify your doubts regarding the class or anything. If you have any doubts, kindly reply. Hello. Okay, we will wind up the session. By tomorrow, we will start our project. I will share some links in the WhatsApp group. Go through every link and then explore every feature in the particular link. Okay, thank you. We will wind up the session. Okay, someone is asking like, no need of downloading everything. Just you have to utilize the link. The file size will not be more than any KBs. The file size will be less than KBs. Might be 5 KB, 2 KB itself. Just download the library. For downloading the particular library, you have to copy the particular link. I will show you how to download the particular link. I have just copied the link. Just place it in the Chrome browser. You will come to know. You will see this particular type of UI. Just Control S, save it in the particular file. You can able to see Bootstrap bundle JavaScript file. Just save. The file has been downloaded. You can able to see 1 byte. The file size is 1 byte. In the downloads, you can able to see the file has been downloaded. The file size is 76 KB. In KBs alone, the file size will be. No need to worry. Just you have to download in the particular project file. Yeah, you can utilize in VS Code. This is nothing but the scripts are nothing but the CSS and JavaScript. You have to include like a file. The CSS and JavaScript, the CSS and JS they have provided. Nothing else they have provided like this. These are all JavaScript and CSS. They have written CSS and JavaScript. They have make it like a library. Just you have to download it and utilize it. By doing the project, you will came to know how to use this particular libraries and all in the tomorrow session. If any other, if you have any doubts, you can ask. Can we wind up the session? Okay, we'll wind up the session. Thank you.